Hey everyone, it's Cole from GearSight, and today we're going to learn how to add and edit events in the Modern Events Calendar plugin. To get started, hover over the ME calendar in the dashboard menu, and in the hover menu, select All Events. To edit an event, just click on any event in the list. To explain the plugin's features, we'll add a new event, which you can do from the dashboard menu or by clicking the Add Event button at the top of the All Events page. The first step is to input the name of the event and choose a color. So for example, we will do charity dinner. And we can just choose a preset color here, or we can choose our own. We'll go with kind of that teal. Next, enter the start date and time for the event. So we'll say it's going to take place on October 24th. Start at 6 p.m. and end at 9 p.m. You can also select all day event if your event takes place all day. Then you can add a location for the event and decide whether or not to include a map on the single event page. So we can either hide the location or we can add a new. So we'll say the Union Hall. And then we can add our event location. So we'll just do this, and then we're not going to show the map in the single event page. Step 4 is to add an organizer. An organizer is the main person behind the event. You can choose whether or not you want an organizer associated with the event as well. So we'll go ahead and add an organizer, fill out the forms. I'll just autofill my information. Then we can even choose an image, which I'll go with that one. Next up is adding a category. Here you can add new categories to your event. Categories are a good way to group events. So here we can select any of the categories we've already created, or we can create a new one. So we'll select charity and add dinner. Now we can add a description of the event. It's important to describe your event so attendees know what it's all about. A dinner to raise money for charity. Next is the featured image. The featured image is where you can visually show off what the event is all about. While you can technically use any size image, I recommend a resolution of 1280 by 500 pixels for best results. We can set our featured image by hitting the button. You can upload your own file or go to the media library where I have conveniently created an image. And now you're done. Your event has been created. Now here's what the event looks like by default, but there's still a lot more information we can add. So now we're going to move on to editing an event and adding additional settings and options. Return to the All Events page under ME Calendar, and here we'll see our charity dinner. We can click on that to start editing. Here we can see our title, our description, categories, and even tags. Tags make it easier to search for things on your website. So, for example, we could add dinner, charity, and restaurant. You can add many more tags to make it even easier to find your events. You can also add and change the categories and the event color from here. Down here we can change the featured image. Now event details are where we can do a lot. Under the date and time tab, we can adjust the start and end times as well as choose to hide those times and add a note. For example, we can add Central Standard Time. In event repeating, we can set the event to repeat in a lot of different ways. We can also set the event to stop repeating after a certain date. On hourly schedule, if your event lasts multiple days and the schedule is different for each day, you can add the schedule here. Under location/venue, you can change the main location or add other locations as well. For example, I can add Gallagher Bluedorn, and that'll show up as a secondary location. Under links, you can add links to the event website. In Organizer, you can choose to add a new organizer or hide the organizer on the page. So if we choose Hide Organizer, now our organizer will be hidden. Under Cost, you can define the price of admission to your event. For example, this charity dinner will cost $25. The SEO schema/event status is for search engines. Use the status that applies to your event to be more search engine friendly. For example, We have scheduled for events that are active, postponed if we have postponed our event, canceled if the event is canceled, or moved online for things that have, moved online. Below the event details, you can add an excerpt, which is a short summary of your event. Below that is where you can allow or disallow comments on your event page, as well as moderate existing comments. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding of the Modern Events Calendar plugin. If you have any questions, fill out the contact form on our website. The link is in the description. I've been Cole from GearSight. Have a great day.